What do you think of Tanner when you
I knew you were going to say that.
We can start with you, Courtney. What do you think of Tanner?
I mean, I've said this. I didn't think much of anyone on board.
No snap judgments at all?
No, I mean, I'm not ignorant enough to make assumptions about people based on the way that they look. So.
Man, I thought Tanner was fine as hell. I was like, woohoo!
That is totally my type. No.
Do you like him a little bit?
A little bit.
Simone does really like you.
Oh, it's dangerous. Honestly, once you hear like someone has a crush on you and stuff, you look at her differently. Yeah. So you start to talk to her a little bit more, a little more flirtatious, and you pick up a vibe and everything. And she's a cool chick. Yeah. She is a cool girl. She's herself. She knows who she is, and she's fun.
Yeah, she doesn't fake anything.
She doesn't fake anything. She's herself, and that's like what I'm attracted to. You know, you be yourself.
Do you remember how you picked her up? Do you remember how you initiated that?
I want to go with you so bad.
Do you?
Want to sit down?
Yeah, we can sit down.
Does that work for you?
It has. It worked right there, so yeah. I mean, it's definitely a passing grade. I would say that.
Does a line like that normally work with you?
No, it doesn't. But it wasn't about what he was saying to me. It was about what I wanted from him. I mean, I'm attracted to this guy. My loins are like, get in there, girl. So I was just like, I'm just having fun, make out with this guy. This is great, you know, but we are not gonna do the damn thing, you know, so yeah.
But you did.
No, we didn't. I did not have sex with Tanner, okay? Explicitly to everyone in this world, that did not happen.
Louder for the people in the back.
You how cozy my bed?
You have a conversation with Tanner outside about his night with Simone.
Tell Rhylee what you just told me.
Oh no.
Went down on Simone last night.
Why would you tell me that? Wait, Simone said you only cuddle. That's a lot more than cuddling.
That's my idea of cuddling.
Yeah, don't f***ing tell me that you went down on somebody. You don't know me.
Well, it's like you need something to talk about. And it's like guy talk. Well, it was like, how was your night? You know what I mean? It was like, oh, we had fun. And then like told Brian. And then like we had a deck crew meeting. Like that's all I wanted to tell. And then I
Rhylee got
remember it
whiff of.
specifically. Ash goes, tell Rhylee what happened. And I'm like,
Worst
and I
mistake.
wasn't as like in details and stuff. I was like, oh, I went down with Simone last night. Like I was just like, all right, I know what's gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen.
Fuck yeah.
So you wouldn't have told Rhylee if it was Ash?
No. I told Ash and Brian because they're my boys. We work outside together, like, you know what I mean?
100%. Ash and myself would never say anything.
I'm not an asshole. I don't want to kiss and tell. I don't like to kiss and tell. It's like, I had fun last night. Went down on her. You're like, yeah. I haven't gotten laid. We've been on this boat for so long. I need to do something. All right. Going crazy. So you're excited, you know? It's like, oh yeah, I did it.
You get the call from Captain Lee to come back this season. What's going through your head when you get that call?
It's about f***ing time.
Hey, Ash.
Pleasantly surprised, are you?
Yeah, of course. Oh boy, I'm definitely not ready for this.
I feel like I was glad Rhylee came. Like she put Kevin in his place quite often. It was entertaining.
She put people in places where they didn't even belong, though. I mentioned that like everything was going really well and everyone was getting along well, and then she was like, oh, I'm gonna change that.
Shut the f up. Who the f are you?
First night. She makes her presence known.
So going into that first cast night out, there's a little moment when it comes to ordering. What's kind of going on in that situation?
You tell me what's going on. Everybody's asked to say what they want to eat for dinner, right? And that Kevin's going to order it. Well, everybody else put in their order. I think everybody put in their orders before me, for the most part. I want something that's like keto or paleo.
Yeah, maybe look at your like keto menu. Oh, there's not one?
Wow, I'm so sorry. I want something paleo. I want something keto. I just wanted something not fried. I wanted something healthier. I felt fucking bloated. It was hot as fuck in Thailand. I had not prepared to be on the show because I'm eating whatever the fuck I want to eat at home, and that is not fucking complicated unless you're not a chef and you don't know what the fuck keto and paleo means. And I don't know why it triggered such a emotional event from Kevin.
I'm not your chef, all right? Okay, I'm the charter guest chef. You annoy me like the rest of them. That's fine.
How do you say off in Thailand?
What do you think that anger came from?
I think Kevin, honestly, I think Kevin either had an opinion about me because he'd seen the show before last season, I think he saw it last season, or because Ashton had an opinion to share with him. And so he formed one with Ashton, like being one of the guys. Instead of recognizing where that issue lies, it was, you know, I'm just gonna go with the scapegoat that we've always gone with and make her out to be the villain.
What is your problem?
You are the problem. You need to self-reflect and understand what upsets everybody else around you when you get to a f***ing dinner table.
Shut up when someone tells me that I'm ordering paleo and that's a problem.
I'm done with you, Rhylee. You f***ing lost it 2 days.
2 days. Got it.
God, you're so lost. I feel so sorry for you.
You, Tanner, don't f***ing stand up to me. Who the f*** are you?
This is what you want your first impression to be?
She probably did, though. She probably wants her
As
first
what,
impression to be like,
bitch?
yeah. She loves acting like it. I don't know why. She loves it.
You think so? You think Rhylee like gets a thrill out of
Yeah, I
causing
think she
drama?
does. Because she can also be a very nice person. I've also had moments with her that she's a really good person. So I think she's doing it on purpose to get thrills.
I don't want to be walked all over. You know, I'm not someone that's gonna sit there and lay down and say like, oh yeah, you know, I should have said chicken skewers, you know, or whatever. Like, you're a f***ing chef. You know, if you don't f***ing know what keto is or paleo is and you can't handle that, then why are you a chef on a luxury yacht? Like, I'm not gonna sit there and say that I didn't overreact, but I also didn't spark that. So I am a reactionary person to what is brought on to me. You know, I think there's a difference between someone that is angry all the time and goes around spewing this hate for no reason versus someone that's, you know, strong enough to say, fuck you, you know, you're wrong.
When you approached Kate about wanting to do more service, that didn't really go as planned. Tell us about that.
It was a disaster of a conversation.
I'm not sure that you're ready to do service. Am I a shitty, like, second stew, whatever? I'm not sure that you're a great second stew.
Simone is great for morale. I appreciate her enthusiasm. However, she just doesn't know the basics of anything that you need to know to be serving yacht guests. She wanted to do service, but every chance I gave her at service
sucked.
I haven't opened a bottle of wine in a long time. So like that? No.
How many do you want?
How many guests are there?
Oh.
I don't know. I don't think this is a good mimosa.
Nice lemon slicing.
Oh, whoopsie.
I'd ask her to cut lemons and limes, and it was like in octagons and just new shapes I've never seen before. I think she was like just cutting them with a blindfold on, like, woo, freestyle. It was just wild.
I mean, I don't mind doing laundry and stuff, whatever, that's fine. But at the same time, I mean, I said that I wanted to learn how to do like service.
I feel like the problem was that like I'm more comfortable in service and you're more comfortable in laundry, and like you were put a second stew where you're needed to already know that.
Oh yeah.
Whereas like if you had been third, then you would have been like learning service and like
yeah, that's fine. That makes sense and stuff. But then with you and the first boat that you worked on and stuff, like you worked under the chief stew, and the chief stew gave you the opportunity to learn how to do, like, it's your first boat, and she's teaching you like through the like charter season stuff. So I don't think it should be like that huge of a train smash for someone else to give me the same like opportunity to do so, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
She has like very short attention span. She's like, I don't mind training her, but there are some times when it's not appropriate to train somebody. It's not fair to the charter guests if I'm training Simone.
Yachts don't come with training wheels.
Do you think that changed your relationship with Kate for the rest of the charter season?
Yeah, definitely. Because I think she thought I was coming from a place of like malice and just trying to question her authority and her decision making.
She didn't trust my judgment when I was like, it's dinner time. It's like a very important dinner, so I need you where you're good. Because I don't have time to be like, and now you need to do this. But this is not preschool. I'm not like, what do you want to do? Do you want to build a sandcastle? Do you want to color? Do you want to take a nap? Do you want to play with Play-Doh? Like, it's not what do you want to do. It's like, Simone, the only thing you're really good at is laundry. So you're going to do that. And Courtney, you're really good at service. You're going to do that. And then we're all getting a lot of money, and that's called work.
The whole season, I'm feeling bad for Kate for getting a stew like me, you know?
Oh.
No, seriously, that was the case. That's why I started crying when she said that. Anyway, so yeah. It wasn't like against her. It was just like me coming from a place of trying to understand.
Yeah.
But laundry became an issue. Like, that's when it kind of annoyed us. Fucking hell.
How did laundry become an issue?
God damn it.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, no one knows. It was just like something was wrong, and no one knew what it was.
Where have all my polos gone? Yeah, my belt's way too big.
Oh my God, my shirt's a mess. We needed like our white epaulets, we needed our blacks, and like, you have to go get changed, and all of a sudden you go in your closet, and like, there's nothing in there. It's like, I wore like the same black epaulets for like a whole charter, so it smelled like shit. We each had 2 blue polos each, but I would have 7 in my closet. And like, Kevin's missing his, Ashton's missing his, and it's like, all right, come shopping. Like, open up my closet, and there's 7 polos. We got 2 mediums, like larges, XLs. Yeah. Every blue polo would end up in my closet, so we started to call it like Tanner's Mall.
Because he was hooking up with Simone, and Simone was doing laundry.
It was just.
So did you ever figure out how this kept happening? Who was responsible for this?
Simone.
But Kate should have delegated.
Yeah,
hey, that's her job, to delegate.
She's above laundry.
Oh.
I love the laundry room.
You love everything about the laundry room.
Let me tell you all the reasons I love the laundry room. First of all, you're away from the guests and the crew. It's like your own private clubhouse. You get to play music. On a yacht, everywhere else, no music. You're in your own zone. You're in your own clubhouse. You're away from...
Laundry room, everybody leaves you alone because they want nothing to do with it.
It's very gratifying. You're like, take it out of the dryer, fold it, that's done. It's just, it's zen. It's like a rock garden. It's like a bonsai tree that you trim, but in fabric form.
It's alone time.
Simone's very social, so I could see why she'd be like, I just want to be out, but I gave her many chances on service, but she just was so bad.
So your leg got infected. Was that a significant injury?
That was the weirdest thing in the world.
It was literally
2
3
softballs
times
on
the size
his
of my other
knee.
leg.
How did that happen?
Like, I got my own theory. Like, there's a lot of things that could have happened. I walked on the side deck, I think it was port side, and there was a piece of
it was that clip.
Stainless steel
it's that clip
for a
that
door.
When we do provisions that comes out
yeah,
undone.
and it kind of broke my skin. And I remember us scrubbing the teak not long after that. And when you scrub a teak with chemicals, it brings all that shit from the teak out of the teak. And all of that, whatever, bacteria, chemicals, and all of that's a mixture. It's like teak, we call it teak juice. It's really manky.
It is, it's
And I was on my knees, hand scrubbing the teak and shit, and I think that got into my knee.
It was just a little nick. That happens. If you don't have one actively broken toe when you're working on a yacht, are you really a yachty? Like in the Caribbean or the Mediterranean, I don't think it would have been such an issue, but this is an ocean we've not been in before, and there are different organisms.
And he was trying to fight through it, to his credit. You know, he was trying to be a trooper,
like a
but it just was not happening.
I remember when it first started, I was like, okay, this is going to be a little bit of a problem, but maybe I can work through it.
The next day, he's like, hey guys, I have really a lot of great muscles and also my leg hurts.
Then I got to a stage where I'm like, oh my fuck, maybe I'm going to get fired.
You're missing too much work.
And then the next day, he's like, hey guys, I still have a lot of great muscles, but my leg really hurts. It's a little swollen.
I remember walking to the crew mess, and it was so excruciating just walking from there to the crew mess that I couldn't even, like there was tears coming down. I didn't cry a lot, but I remember because there was a camera right there, and I was like, fuck, I don't want people to see me on TV crying. And I was like, but I couldn't help it. It was so bad.
And then you made the call before the day charter guests were arriving. You're like, we're sending him to the hospital. I was like, we're leaving the dock without a crew member? But if you had not made that call, he would have lost a leg.
We monitored
you could lose a leg.
But it was progressively getting worse. And so now it's time to get some professional help and get it taken care of. And if we have to go down to crew member, then we have to go down to crew member. Desirable? No. Necessary? Absolutely.
And I actually went to hospital, and that's when the doctor said to me, it's like, listen, yeah, your leg's really, really bad. You got a bad infection.
I think if he like lasted like another week, like he would have his leg cut off.
Yeah, the doctor said we need to have surgery now. Well, not like surgery, but he needs to cut out all the tissue. Like all the tissue got infected and was like dying. And they literally cut a whole thing out of my knee. Like you could literally fit like a small grass.
You sent it
in
to
there.
us from the hospital, and I was
and
like,
he had
dude,
to do it while I was
threw
still
up.
awake, and he literally pulling out tissue. Like pulling out, yes, it was.
And you were watching this?
Yeah, I had to watch it. Like he had the whole thing over me like this.
He sent it to us from the hospital, like while we were working, like on charter and stuff. And he sent it to us, and we're like, "Has everyone seen Brian's leg?" It's one of the grossest things you've ever seen.
Yeah, it was really gross.
It's Picture your knee, you just have this giant circle.
It was deep, man.
And then next to it is all the muscle that's pulled out, and like, honestly, like 6 inches of just muscle laying next to it.
Yeah, it was intense. They took a scalpel and they were just cutting all this stuff, and he was telling me like, this is all dead. Like, it was hectic.
It was good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. You should have been there.
Hey, this is Ashton and Ross from Below Deck. Click here to subscribe and click over here for more videos.